Bob's Guns is the biggest gun store in Norfolk, Virginia. On its multiple floors, there's a range where gun owners can take target practice at lunch. There's a cavernous storage area for ammunition, and a showroom full of guns of all kinds. Bob's is a candy store for gun lovers.
Yeah, just like buying a car. Take your time, do a lot of research.
Importantly, the store is also the first line of defense against the sale of guns to criminals. This in-store video from Bob's provides a dramatic example. The man at the counter who attempted to illegally buy a gun was wanted for murder in Maryland. The Virginia State Police, seen wrestling the suspect to the ground, discovered his whereabouts during his criminal background check. These checks rarely result in arrests like this, but according to the Brady campaign to prevent gun violence, they have stopped nearly 1.8 million illegal buys in the United States since the law was passed in 1994 through the end of 2008. Of course, picking out the criminals and straw buyers from legal purchasers on most days isn't as easy or clear-cut.
But it's not always so obvious. The best that we can do is observe the situation and see that it passes our sniff test.
Marcus says his staff refuses to sell a gun once a day on average for a variety of reasons. If a customer is drunk, smells of marijuana, or if one person is asking all the questions about a gun but turns to a second person to make the purchase.
Something that wouldn't get caught in her purse if she kept it in her purse.
Well, how about a revolver rather than an automatic?
In this video, Marcus warns a customer that it would be illegal for him to buy a gun using his girlfriend's ID, even if it's a gift for her.
Would I be able to use her card, her ID, all that good stuff, and purchase it in her name? She would have to come in and do all that. I would want to do it as a surprise, but I know because it's my...
No, the surprise there would be somebody would be coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it has to be, not, I'm just kidding there, but the person who is making the purchase is the one who has to fill out the forms and sign it. Yeah.
Despite these efforts, stopping the flow of guns to criminals hasn't been foolproof. A relatively small but not insignificant percentage of the more than 32,000 guns it has sold since 1998 have turned up at crime scenes. In 2008, 88 of the store's guns were recovered in crimes in Norfolk alone. The exact number of the store's guns that police have recovered in the rest of the state and country is not known.
First, let's put that in context. 88 traces in a year in which we sold perhaps 5,000 to 6,000 firearms is rather a small percentage of our sales. If we had made 500 sales in the year and had 88 traces, I would be much more concerned as a businessman and a person in that community that I'm doing something wrong.
Well, he turned to run, presuming that I was dead. He could touch me with a gun. We were 3 feet apart when he shot
Chris
me.
Amos, a spokesperson for the Norfolk Police Department, says that guns are easily accessed by criminals, and he doesn't blame Bob's Guns. He recalled how a drug dealer he was chasing shot him twice in 1996.
I returned fire as he thought shot his third time. By the grace of God, he missed, and by the wrath of God, I didn't. And he hit the ground. And